Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are returning to Burden of Command, but really today's video, which may be a little bit abbreviated, is not so much about what you're going to see on the screen in front of you. So as a reminder, Burden of Command is a text-based, not really text-based, I shouldn't say that. It is a leadership role-playing war game. It has text-based elements, as you see in front of you right now, where you get dialogue options and make decisions as a leader, but then it also has sort of advanced squad leader elements and hex-based combat as well, leading a company of soldiers through World War II. We are a captain still, leading this company of troops. We are in the Anzio campaign. We've fought through North Africa, Sicily, part of Italy, and we're in Anzio right now. We just survived sort of a disastrously gone bad ranger assault on a town. We managed to get a few of the rangers out, which I think is ahistorical because I think they were mostly wiped out. And now we're kind of on the defensive near the Anzio beachhead. Now, what I will say before we go too far down this road, read what's in front of you if you want. But what today's video is actually a game announcement, or at least a content announcement. The reason we're playing Burden of Command is because we haven't finished the campaign and we're picking up where we left off, but also because the campaign or the content that I want to talk about is from Burden of Command. There has been a new DLC which has sort of been soft announced. I haven't seen anything on any press releases or anything that's saying like, hey, a DLC is announced. What I noticed is that on the Steam page for Burden of Command, there is a sort of section there that is talking about recruiting playtesters for their first DLC. So that kind of gives it away. And then the DLC will supposedly be called Three Nations, the Three Nations DLC. I don't see any Steam page or any official information about the actual DLC. The only thing I have seen so far is that they're announcing looking for playtesters. So I assume it's still a little ways away. The playtester sort of description says that they're looking, that it's a DLC that will look at 3 different countries. I don't know what countries those are. If I had to guess, as you see from the thumbnail, and it's totally a guess, I would assume maybe Canada and or someone from Britain / the Commonwealth, the Royal British Empire or whatnot. And then I would assume that there's a German campaign / story as part of that DLC. And maybe an American, but like a different American, or maybe a free French, or maybe, maybe they're going to have Canada and Britain separate. I'm not sure. But the reason I'm assuming that is because the DLC did say it is for Normandy. So it's going to take place in 1944 in June in France. During the Normandy campaign, maybe July and August too. But it'll take place during the Normandy campaign in northern France. It'll include 3 nations. It'll include new unit types. So, as you can see here in front of you, now that we've broken out into the hex section of this particular battle, which appears to be us attempting to liberate, or not liberate, but save a pilot that crashes. But zooming out, it's like, well, I don't see him, so he must not have crashed yet. So there's it's basically warning us, hey, if your troops leave the trenches, they'll be heavily suppressed. So it's trying to have you hold off on that, but it is still a turn in this particular battle, so interesting anyway. But as I said, the focus is on this DLC. So they've said there's 3 nations, new stories, Normandy, and new unit types. So maybe that means you're going to be like a Panzer Grenadier or armored unit, in a counteroffensive against Khan or something like that, or in and around the Khan area. Maybe the Americans get to lead an actual armored unit. Could be airborne too. That could be interesting. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I think it would probably be like U.S. airborne, Canada / British infantry, or maybe paratroopers there too, or glider troops, and then German possibly armor. I mean, not every single nation has to be a new unit type. So it could be like playing the Germans on the defensive. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I'm just totally speculating. I have no clue. All I know is that they've announced, hey, we're going to do this thing, and there's these play testers, and there's no store page yet. So I just figured you might be interested in that. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I think it could be a really interesting, I think this type of game, this heavy narrative focused game, would work great in a Vietnam conflict, potentially, as long as they don't go overboard like the Radio Commander guys did. But that would require new elements for like helicopters and things like that. So that maybe that's more like a sequel type thing. I think it could work great for Korea. I think it could work great for other countries in World War II, or it could work great in World War I. There's a lot of interesting ways to take this, and so I'm certainly intrigued by what might come of this, and I would love to see more. That's all I got for you, though, and that's 6 minutes in. So unfortunately, I do not have time to record a longer video today. So I think what we'll do is we'll take the gameplay, the combat gameplay of this particular mission from Burden of Command, and we'll pull that up tomorrow, maybe, and then we'll see if we can rescue this pilot that is going to crash land in no man's land between between our troops and the German lines in the defense of the Anzio beachhead. It's kind of a neat, different type of a scenario. We haven't really seen this particular type of, hey, get here, rescue these guys, get out. I mean, we kind of had it with the Rangers last battle, but that was a little different. It was also an assault on a town. This is like, send whoever you want to risk, and don't send people if you don't want to risk a lot of people. So in any event, let me know your thoughts below. I'd love to hear your guys' perspective on this particular DLC. Have any of you signed up to be testing members? I'm guessing if you have, there's an NDA. But yeah, I think that's enough of that. We'll sign off here. We'll pick this up now that this plane has crashed, and he is still survived. He's still alive. And we'll go from there. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out. Bye-bye.